It's your man Jay Gray's Report, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Preview, Week 14, Championship Week, presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy. Now, let's get into the championship ball game. We got 5 championship ball games. Really, we got 4 championship ball games. One is going to be a championship. So let's start with the Bedlam series in the Big 12. Now, they don't have a quote-unquote championship game. They won't have one till next year. But the Bedlam series, last ball game of the season between number 10, Oklahoma State, and number 9, Oklahoma, is the championship ball game. Whoever wins this takes all the marbles. Now, they playing this ball game down in Norman. Hey, I wish I was down there so I get some of that Billy Sims barbecue. Best barbecue in Oklahoma, bro. I'm telling you. Now, in this ball game, there's going to be no defense played in this ball game. Let's put it on the table right now. Oklahoma's averaging 45 points a game, putting up 550 yards a game. Oklahoma State's averaging 40 points a game, putting up 500 yards a game. So neither one of these duns going to play any defense. Don't worry about it. Just going to be a track meet. Now, Bob Stoops is looking to win his 10th Big 12 championship in 17 years. Nuts. Oklahoma State typically wets the bed in this series. I don't even know why they call it a rivalry game, because Oklahoma State gonna get the brakes beat off of them 9 out of 10 times. And in this ball game, I got 3 people to talk about: D.D. Westbrook, Joe Mixon, and Baker Mayfield. They gonna combine to beat the brakes off these boys. So we're not even gonna talk too much about this ball game. Oklahoma beats these boys by double digits, easy, 2 or 3 touchdowns. They playing at the crib. The Sooner Schooner is going to ride this weekend. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We're going out to the Pac-12. We're going to Santa Clara. We got number 8, Colorado. Shows up to play number 4, Washington. Now, everybody and their baby's mama have been waiting on Washington to wet the bed, fall apart, belly up. Well, here's your chance, bruh. Washington comes into this ball game 11-1. They got the brakes beat off of them a few weeks ago by USC. The thing that hurts Washington is the fact that their non-conference schedule was ridiculous. They played Dub, Rutgers, Idaho, and Portland State. But that's going to come back to haunt them, bruh. Because even though nobody's been talking about Colorado comes into this ball game 10-2. They went from being the worst team in the division last year to the best team in the division, so now in the South Division. So now they come in with something to prove. I'm picking Colorado to upset Washington, and that's going to change the whole dynamic of the Final Four. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Washington goes down, falls apart, belly up. Colorado wins the doggone Pac-12. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We're going out to the SEC. We got Alabama, number 1 Alabama, goes to play number 15 Florida down in Atlanta. Now, let's not talk too much about this ball game, bruh. Alabama can come into this ball game with their toes in the air this weekend. They don't have to win this ball game. They can fall apart. They can do it. They can rest all the starters if they want to, because they're the only team in the top 4 in the country that's undefeated besides Western Michigan, and that don't even count. So if they lose this ball game, they won't fall out the top 4, but they gonna come in and take care of business behind the true freshman, Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts has passed for 20 passing touchdowns. He rushed for 12 touchdowns. He got more than 2,400 yards passing, another 840 on the ground. The true freshman is doing work. There's only a couple of teams in America that could actually slow this guy down with the defenses they have. And primarily that one team is Michigan. But it's going to be a whole lot of stuff got to go on before Michigan can get in. But I'm picking, even though Alabama don't have to win this game and they can come in with their toes curled up in the air, they still going to win this ball game. So now let's move on to the next ball game. We got Clemson going out in the ACC. Number 3 Clemson is going to play number 23 Vatech. Clemson has been dubbed this year. They 11-1. They've been dubbed for probably 5 ball games, but they've been winning. They found a way to win these ball games. Here's the deal. Clemson wins this ball game, but they was dubbed. They lost to Pitt. They struggled with North Carolina State. They cannot come in this ball game and struggle. But I don't see Vitek putting in enough work to beat these boys. So I got Clemson winning this game. Now, let's go on to the next ball game. Here's the deal. We got the Big Ten. We got going out to Indianapolis. We got number 6, Wisconsin, playing number 7, Penn State. Now, I've been hollering and screaming all week about boys trying to set Penn State up for failure and put Ohio State automatically in the top 4. Now, right now, they're in the top 4. I can't argue with Ohio State being in the top 4, but I've been saying, what if Penn State wins the Big Ten? Penn State beat Ohio State. That ain't gonna happen, bro. They beat Ohio State in the regular season, but Penn State is gonna come out here and get beat this weekend by Wisconsin. Here's the deal. Wisconsin is battle tested. They've only lost 2 ball games this season. They lost by 7 points to Michigan at Michigan, and they lost by 7 points in overtime to Ohio State. They're one of the best teams in America, and I say Wisconsin wins the Big Ten. Now, that opens up the whole door for the Final Four. And here's the deal. Because Wisconsin will win the Big Ten, they have no argument to get into the Final Four because they lost to both Michigan and Ohio State. So what that does, with Doug Washington losing this weekend, listen to what I'm saying to you, bro. With Doug Washington losing this weekend and Penn State getting beat in the Big Ten championship, that opens the door for both Michigan and Ohio State to get in the doggone Final Four. So what you're going to see is Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and Michigan. Now, Michigan is the team I've been telling you boys about that has the potential to beat Alabama because of the defense. We'll see how they get matched up. But coming out of this weekend, listen to what I'm saying to you. Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and Michigan all get to the Final Four because Colorado beats Washington and Wisconsin beats Penn State. It's your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy. And always remember that this segment is presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy.